guys, everything new under the sun. How to find green beans for roasting. So if you follow this channel, and you'd have to follow it probably fairly closely, I haven't done a ton of videos on it, but I do roast my own coffee beans. We drink coffee at least twice a day, and I've got a French press, and I do grind my own coffee, and not only that, but I also roast my own coffee. Now, I started a couple of years ago. I actually sold coffee commercially, and so I bought a Behmor roaster. Let me see if, and I'm on, this is one site you can go to find it, GreenBeanery.ca. This is for Canada. There's lots of places you can find green beans, but let's see if I can find the roasters here. Let's see. My internet is slow, but I just want to show you the roaster that I have. No, it's not a commercial roaster. Coffee makers, commercial roasters. I don't know why it's not showing it. Coffee, commercial roasters. No, that's not it. Coffee grinders, servers, espresso machines, coffee makers. It's weird. Let me search this site here. Behmor. It's a Behmor roaster, and last I knew, they did sell it. Okay, they have the Behmor 1600 upgrade. So okay, there it is. There's a Behmor roaster. This is what I roast, and this does 1 pound, and I think I bought it for about $400 originally. And this is an upgraded. This is a plus version, which rotates the drum a bit faster. But anyways, you can get roasters. You can get small quantity roasters. You know, from all over the place. eBay, there's lots of them that kind of roast kind of a cup of beans at a time, and it's very easy. So you to get the freshest coffee, you need to roast your own beans, and it's very easy. You get the green beans; they pretty much last not forever, but for many, they'd last a couple of years anyways. The green beans, as long as they're stored in a cool, dry place. But where to find them? That's kind of the point of this, and maybe I should do a video about coffee roasters in the future. Where to find them though? So you go to a website like GreenBeanery.ca, and there's sites across Canada, and there's sites in the U.S. as well. And these will sell green beans, pound at a time, couple of pounds, or even what they call bulk or wholesale green beans. So I want to show you. There's some options here. If I go up here and just look at the shop menu on Green Beanery, so you've got your roasted beans. They sell roasted beans, but they also sell unroasted beans. And this menu isn't working for me, probably because I'm recording the screen. So let me go 1 second. Wholesale. I'm going to go. You can look on the side menu here. Wholesale unroasted beans. I'm going to go to the unroasted beans here because that's what I want, and I want the bulk because if you're buying 1 pound or 2 pounds, well, you're paying premium dollar for that. You're paying $8, $10 per pound. If you buy 20 or 30 pounds at a time, then you can get that number down to $6 or $7 a pound. And then you can even, once you do that, once you start buying wholesale, you can actually go upscale a bit, get kind of the fair trade organic beans, which is what I always do. And you can also get a little bit more expensive beans because if you're buying bulk, the price per pound comes down. So just to look at some of these beans here, and you can go through them, and there's they all have different flavors. Let's see. Let's look at the Colombian Fair Trade here. Fair Trade Organic Colombian. So Colombian is kind of the bean that everybody knows, so it tells you the price of it, and this is for a 20-pound weight. So you can go to 30 pound. I generally buy about 30 pounds at a time, and it's going to cost you, anywhere from $20 to $30 to ship it. It is fairly heavy, and of course, the larger quantity you go, the cheaper it is per pound. So it's something to remember. Then in the bottom here, in this section, it tells you kind of what it tastes like. So if you like the more vibrant tasting coffees versus the more mellow medium coffees, well, this gives you an idea for what it tastes like, and then it gives you some specifics of it, some specs, if you will, of it, and flavor. A lightly fruited sweetness, golden raisins in the light roasts is a primary attribute in this bean's dry fragrance, with milk chocolate appearing as the roast levels near full city. And it goes on and it usually tells you how what sort of roast range, can it stand a light roast to a dark roast. And so you see down here, roast city to city plus, with lighter roast preferred, darker roast proffered, a more bitter quality that overlaid on the fruit didn't work so well. So some beans give themselves well to a range of roasting. Some are better for more lightly roasted beans, and some are better for darker roasted beans or espressos and that sort of thing. But Green Beanery, they'll tell you it all on the on the website here. So you order up 30 pounds, and that's it, and you get it, and you can roast it in a popcorn maker. I did that for years. You can roast it in a frying pan. I've done that. I've done videos on that. I'll try and put the links to the videos I've done on that in the description. What else can you? You can do it in the oven. I've done that as well, just on a frying on a cookie pan, cookie tin, whatever. You can do that. So there's many ways you can do it. You don't have to buy a fancy roaster. Although if you want to, you can get a roaster for not a bad price, all things considered. Let me see if I can find the roasters here and just give you just a real quick overview. I'm not going to do any reviews on this, but again, at GreenBeanery.ca, I'm not getting paid by the site, FYI, but I've just used this for literally years. I've used Green Beanery, and they've just updated their site, actually. And so this is one of them. This is a hand crank Herrera Retro roaster. You put it over, basically, I think, an alcohol burner. Put it over an alcohol burner. You put your beans in the drum, and you manually rotate it until they're roasted to whatever you want. First crack, second crack, or whatever. And then if we go down further, you have another home roaster. And then this one. This is a fancy hot top roaster. It's quite expensive, $2,000, $2,300 they're selling it for here. This is an advanced roaster with a cooling tray, which spins around. This is kind of like a commercial roaster packed into a little small box. What I don't like about a lot of these home roasters is that they roast such small quantities, and it's the same for this one. But this one you can hook up to a USB, and you can see real-time graphing and logging on your computer. Well, that's kind of neat. Another one is the Genie Cafe roaster. Again, it does about I think it's what is it, a third pound or something of green beans at a time. Not a large quantity like the Behmor roaster that I have does. A pound of coffee. Now mine is older. It's pretty dirty, so I'm only able to roast about less than half a pound. Oh no, more than half a pound. But I do about 12 ounces, and that roasts down to, because the water content decreases, it roasts down to about half a pound. So I can't put a full 16 ounces or a pound of green beans in there. Regardless, these are much smaller, but these are maybe easier if you've never roasted before. So the Genie Cafe roaster is $780. And then you get into these. This is a more commercial one, solar automatic coffee roaster. For $10,000, and that's obviously pretty expensive. And it's got more of the hot tops there. Looks like new and used ones, and then various components. So that is that. I think they have a whole section. Oh, there's the Behmor again. So for $450, that's the one that I have, which does a brand new one will do about a pound. Most people don't do that, and they know it doesn't do that. They'll put in less than a pound. They'll do half a pound of green beans at a time. Depends how you like it. I like to do roast as many beans as I can at a time. I'm actually roasting right now. I can smell the coffee in the air. It actually gives me headaches sometimes. It's so strong because it gets my brain thinking I'm going to drink a whole bunch of coffee. But yeah, I roast my coffee, and I have to roast. In this one, I roast about a pound of coffee. I run it twice, basically, with about 12 ounces of green beans in it at a time. That gets me about a good pound of roasted beans, and that lasts me about maybe a week and a half, and then I have to do that all over again, roast a couple more times there. And that's what I do with that. And this is another one that I did have, actually. This is a more affordable one, but $300. You can find these on eBay for $200, much less price. You can see this line here. This is the line in this one where you fill it up to. So this is about a half cup of green beans that you fill this up, and this is an air popper. This is effectively a popcorn machine that has a chaff tray in it. This works really well. I had the I had the SR500. This is the SR700, The 500 is even cheaper, and it just works. It just blows hot air up into the green beans and cooks them. You do have to turn it off when you're done, so you have to watch this thing. The the Behmor is automatic in that it will time the roast, so you can have up to, I think, 21 minutes of roast. It will automatically go to cooling once it's done that timer, but they obviously never suggest that you leave it alone. So yeah, there's lots of ways you can do it. If you have a couple of bucks to spend, you can get one of these roasters here, and these guys work, you know, really great. So as a one-time, I mean, this will last you years if you keep it clean. So amortize the price of it if you're worried about that. But it gets you the premium coffee. Not only does it get you the best tasting coffee, the premium coffee, but I think if you buy your green beans in bulk, 30, 50-pound bags, the price per pound averages out over the length of time you're drinking it, and it's not that much above, you know, buying whole beans from your Sobeys grocery store and grinding them yourself. And you know, the grinders are negligible for price, so you can get a burr grinder for $20-$30, and Green Beanery sells it as well. So Green Beanery basically sells the whole kit and caboodle if you want to get into this. But it's real easy. If you have a popcorn maker, you can start trying roasting your green beans in that. I would say buy a pound of green beans and try roasting it on your stovetop or in your oven or in a popcorn maker. See how you like it. See how you like the fresh taste of it. And there's loads of videos about, teaching you how to do it. I'm not going to do that here. I think I may have briefly covered that in previous videos, but I'm not going to cover that here. I just want to give you an idea where you can get it and how you can start. And it's real easy to start, like I say. Go to GreenBeanery.ca. They'll sell you your green beans. They'll sell you your roaster. They'll sell you burr grinders. They'll sell you espresso machines, all sorts of products they have. It's a one-stop shop. If you're looking for how to get into this, they do sell roasted stuff as well. But hey, I definitely recommend trying your hand, buying a bag of green beans and trying it. It is the best taste, the freshest coffee that you can get. And if you do it in bulk quantities, you can actually get the price down to where it's really not costing you any more to do it. Except your time. So I thought I would put that out there for the coffee lovers, the coffee roasters on my channel, and maybe I think I'll make a playlist. I'll see if I can make a playlist about this because I do have a number of videos about it, and check out the other videos I have. I've done videos on roasting it in the popcorn maker, on the stove top. I've done videos. I have a number of videos out there already. So check it out, watch the playlist, and let me know what you think, and let me know that if you decide to get into it, that maybe I helped convince you to get there. That would be pretty cool. So thanks for watching, guys. We will see you guys in the next video.
Okay.